So this is Journal 8. This is me going into my last week with clinical experience in football. I have my first lower practical this week. Kind of scared, but I'll get over it. So this one is what's our most challenging class so far this semester. I would definitely say evaluation of lower extremities. I think honestly it's the most challenging because of the fact that it's so much, I guess, memorization. Not really, because yes, you are supposed to memorize the special test, but the palpation and range of motion and manual muscle testing, that should come with repetition, like redoing, every time you do an evaluation, you're going through the same history questions, usually around the same questions, depending on where, what happened, stuff like that. Chronic or acute, but I think that it's really challenging because we started out with our first chapter, first section, first practical is on the spine, the lumbar spine, and the hip. So I'm really struggling with that because it's just hard for me to, I guess, remember. Right now, it's hard for me to remember the manual muscle testing. I know that it's somewhat like resistive, but resistive range of motion, except one's with against gravity and one isn't. So I'm coping by studying every night. I have been since we started. Tonight I'm going to go through our practical that is this week and take notes and write down everything I know before looking stuff up, but take notes on our practical sheet and see as much as I know, and then the things that I don't know I can go back and read or ask someone to help me with. I really think that because it's not my first practical with this professor that I will be okay in that sense, but it's my first practical as an AT student and, with lower. I did get my mastery with STEM this week, all of them, so that was good. I got a ton of attempts with STEM and with ultrasound because we started ultrasound this week. Hopefully, if my practical goes well, I will get masteries on the special test and the hip range of motion and the lumbar spine range of motion. What did I do this week? I did a hip evaluation today with football treatment. So I did pretty good up until the assessment part because I haven't had enough experience with the groin. Well, not really a hip evaluation, but a groin evaluation. Patient history was tore the same one last year, and he compared it to that, but he felt like he was just tight. I said that either my assessment was really tight hip flexors, really tight hamstrings, groin was extremely tight. Groin the quad. Sartorius was tight. His range of motion was good, but when we started doing passive testing, just seeing when the tightness became a problem, the pulling sensation, we tried to have a comparable sound for that, and I said that either it was a mixture of all the tightness or it was a grain 1 strain. So my preceptor agreed with the strain and the tightness. That was really the first evaluation I've done on my own, like completely on my own. And then with the plan, I just said you start rehab, strengthening. They're going to start tomorrow. No, they're going to start Tuesday because they have tomorrow off. But that was really cool because I was really scared when he said, Catherine, go ahead and do his eval. And I was like, okay, well, see how this goes. And then I flew through the history part, the questions, and I was like really proud of myself. And then I went on to palpation, and I compared bilaterally and stuff so I could differentiate that. And then then I started to question myself a little bit. So I took a second and was thinking about it as I was going back through, remembering what he said with his history. Said it was like a pulling sensation, and it wasn't really like sharp pain. It was just like pulling a lot when he was running. So I tried to pull his leg. I tried to adduct at a certain point to see if he had that, and then I put his leg up in like a hamstring stretch and see if that was bad, and then I bent the knee and went back and saw if that was bad. Then I put him on his stomach, and I put him prone, and then I bent the knee back and pulled up a little bit, and he could not, and it was all the same type of pain. So I was really proud of that. So that was fun. I did practice. I got to experience practice on last Monday, and they usually let the people that don't travel scrimmage. So I got to tape a lot that day. I did a lot of ankles, a lot of wrists, lots and lots of wound care, which is football in a nutshell, is wound care. Today for treatments, when they came in after their game this weekend, this is the most patients we had seen thus far. We had groin strain, we had some hamstring tightness, we just did some stretching, and a lot of 3 contusions, a muscle bruise, knots in calves, but lots of ultrasound, so I was really excited about that because that practical will be coming up soon. So I guess we'll see how this week goes with my first lower practical. I am kind of scared, but I have to get over it. But yeah, so that was Journal 8. And I'll see you again for Journal 9 next weekend.